Hello and welcome to this session of MediChi, where we combine the best of meditation and Tai Chi to achieve a fairly nice sense of relaxation if we're lucky. And even if we don't achieve any relaxation, that's fine. We'll learn some valuable concentration and mindful skills as we go along. But first of all, let's just take a moment to pause. And what we're doing when we pause is we're just putting aside what we've done right up until now, and we're transitioning into this new activity, which is going to be MediChi. And really, the way to do that is simply just sit down, make yourselves comfortable. I'm sitting on a stool at the moment, as you can see, and sit comfortably with your back upright, and just gently rest your hands in your lap and close your eyes. And this is the pause. So we just take a moment to put those things aside that we've been doing. No need to hold on to them any longer, whether they are duties or tasks, work requirements, household requirements, whatever it may be, you can just put them aside. Take a few moments to return our awareness to our breathing. Just breathing comfortably and normally. Watching the flow of breath as we breathe in and the flow of breath as we breathe out. A gentle body scan can now take place. So we just go from the top of our head, scanning slowly all the way down, past the neck and shoulders. Any areas where we're carrying any tension, we just loosen and relax. Let that tension just fade away. We're pausing any tension we're carrying with us and letting that fade away too. We can also make a kind commitment to ourselves that for the next 20 to 25 minutes during this session, we're going to let go of all those things we've been carrying today and do our best to stay in the present moment. When we meditate and do Tai Chi, it's just a gentle and kind commitment. Relaxing our bodies, just breathing comfortably. Just take it easy and relax. Now we can just gently open our eyes. And through the session, we're going to do our best just to keep that sense of calm, quietude with us. A nice, comfortable and relaxed breath will help to calm the mind and calm the body. So let's get started with the Tai Chi. Put your hands like this, one on top of the other, facing upwards, palms upwards. And bring them apart a little bit. And as we breathe in, we're just going to raise our hands up. So breathe in, Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. And we're trying to synchronize the in-breath with the up movement and the out-breath with the down movement. And we're keeping our awareness on the movement of the hands and of the breath as it rises and falls. Now, invariably, our minds will wander. We'll think about things we have to do. Memories will come up. And as soon as we're aware that our mind has wandered, just come back to the awareness of the movement and awareness of the breath. Taking it nice and easy. Releasing any expectations that we might have about how we should be feeling. And just be with the moment, however it may be. We might be more relaxed now. We might be less relaxed. Maybe we're starting to notice how much tension we've been carrying through the day. Whatever we experience, just be aware. And try to avoid getting caught up in any narrative around our experience. Just keep that awareness on the movement, the hands up and down, in unison with the breath. Now it's up to you, once you understand how to perform the exercise, whether you keep your eyes open or not. I feel that closing the eyes helps. Just reduce that visual stimuli. And let's do one more cycle. Excellent. Just hands back in your lap. Pause for a little while. And ready for the next exercise. So with this one, just imagine we're holding a fairly large ball. And as we breathe in, bring the hands inwards. Breathe out, push out. Breathing in, breathing out. Now you don't have to synchronize your movements with me. It's more about what's comfortable for you. So if at the moment you have short breaths, you can just adjust the movement of your arms so they're shorter. If we've got long breaths, then you can stretch them out accordingly. Calmly breathing in and slowly breathing out. As we paused earlier and we let go of our duties and responsibilities for a while, so too we can let go of our expectations. So in many instances, expectations can be a burden, especially if we're just being aware and staying in the present moment through mindfulness. Mindfulness of the breath and mindfulness of the body through movement. There's nothing complicated in this. Just feel that movement. Now, you can always lower your arms a bit if that's more comfortable. It's just important that we synchronize the breath and the movement. Breathing out and breathing in. And one more cycle. And let's just relax for a few seconds with our hands in our lap. Relax any muscles that may have become tight during that exercise. Okay, and the next exercise, put one arm out in front of you, hand and palm facing upwards. The other hand like a stop sign. And as we pull one arm back, bring the other one forward and rotate. So breathe in and breathe out. Just remembering to moderate or change, adjust the movement of our arms according to our breath. So shorter breath, that's going to be a shorter movement. Longer breath, longer movement. And one more cycle. Okay. Hands back in the lap. Just relax the shoulders for a few moments. We can also be aware of that change in sensation from when our muscles are tense and are being used to an awareness of the sensation of how the muscles feel when they're relaxed. Just observe that change. Okay, excellent. So now we're going to get started with the meditation. And it's just going to be a breath meditation whereby we'll focus our awareness on the sensation of the breath as it enters and leaves the nose. We're just going to find a point within the nostril where we can feel that sensation distinctly. It's usually a cool sensation as we breathe in and a warmer sensation as we breathe out. And the breath is our anchor point to the present moment. So as long as we're aware of the breath and we focus our awareness there, it means the mind is less likely to start wandering towards the future and our plans or past experiences. This takes practice and training in much the same way as we do physical training. Only the organ that we're training this time is the mind, not the body and the heart and lungs, just the mind. So let's get started by gently closing our eyes. Adjusting our posture so we're comfortable. However, we don't want to be so comfortable that we drowse off or become torpid. We still want to be able to keep a sense of awareness about us. And it's not a rigid awareness, it's more of a content, comfortable awareness. Now that our bodies are comfortable, and we're aware, we can start by noticing the inflow and noticing the outflow of the breath and resting our awareness there. Now don't worry if our minds do wander. As soon as we notice that our minds have wandered, we can bring them back to that sensation of the breath in the present moment. Once again, we're letting go of our expectations, giving ourselves permission just to be with the breath and take a break from constant machinations of the mind. Maybe we can experience a sense of contentment, relaxation. Maybe it's difficult. We're feeling frustrated. That's fine. Just notice how that feels. Be aware of that sensation, frustration, and return to the breath patiently, seeing how things rise and fall, come and go. That's just their nature. It's natural. Calmly breathing in, relaxing as we breathe out. Being aware of the breath, not trying to add or take anything from it, not critiquing or judging it, just noticing it as it is. Keeping our breathing comfortable, relaxed, doing our best not to force anything. So over time, with practice, our minds will naturally want to incline towards a sense of peace and contentment. There may be sounds outside, maybe distractions. We can just acknowledge them as distractions. These two are normal. Just return to the breath, calmly breathing in and gently breathing out. And when we meditate, a quiet spot is a good place to start if we're new to meditation. But we need not get too obsessed with a rarefied meditation environment. In fact, it's good for our minds to get used to distractions, noises, all sorts of things, because this is what life is like. Keeping our awareness on the breath, using the breath as an anchor to help us stay in the present moment. acknowledging any thoughts that come, but always returning back to the breath. Now, as we come towards the end of this meditation, we can take a moment to reflect on how we can tune into our breath, be aware of our breath throughout the day, on and off. It doesn't have to be for long periods like we are doing now with a formal meditation. It just can be a breath here, a breath there, a little pause here or there. And we're just introducing a concept of centering our minds, returning to the breath, a little bit of quietude, giving our minds a chance to pause in between tasks or things that we're doing throughout the day. It also gives us an opportunity just to note how active our minds are and how often they're going from just one thing to another, to another, to another. So we can think of ways that we can integrate a little bit of mindful breathing into our days, whether it's the moment we sit down in our car before we drive off, whether it's on public transport for a few moments, or when we sit down on a chair after we've been standing for a long time. We can gently close our eyes and just be mindful of the breath. So when you're ready and comfortable, just gently open your eyes. And this concludes the meditation. And I hope to see you all again very soon for another session of MediChi.